The reality of working at Western Express as a rookie may be very, very challenging. In fact, it just may suck, just keeping it real. This company is often regarded as the second chance mega carrier. Western Express is headquartered in Nashville, Tennessee, with several terminals across the country. 7 terminals, by the way, not several. They don't offer company-sponsored CDL training, but they are welcome to new CDL holders who are interested in starting their career with Western Express. So if you're somebody with a bad MVR or somebody with a bad criminal record, they will hire you, and they also offer tuition reimbursement up to $6,000. They have various OTR and regional flatbed and dry van positions if you're interested in that. And this may not be the best option out there, and it may be a very, very bad option, but based off what I've researched, a bad option is always better than no option, because in this crazy world of truck driving, it is much better to be a felon, a convicted felon, than it is to be a SAP driver. And a side note, if you fail a DOT drug test effective November 2024, your CDL license will downgrade all the way down to a Class C license. So you will have to work to get back to duty. You have to work on the return to duty process, and you will have to work to get your CDL license back. So the FMCSA has made it abundantly clear that you cannot be a druggie and a truck driver. Western Express promotes top pay within 90 days of being in the industry. They promote getting plenty of miles. They also promote getting health benefits after 30 days. And they have free Wi-Fi at partner truck stops. Now, it's not quality Wi-Fi because the partner truck stops are the Pilot and Flying J's. Those truck stops have terrible Wi-Fi. And I like how the company emphasizes how they have industry-leading pay. Just like all the other mega carriers, they advertise a high pay. And I find it ironic how the mega carriers advertise the high pay, yet they have the highest turnover. They turn over 100% of their employees. Meanwhile, the smaller carriers who, have a much lower turnover rate, they retain their employees. Their employees have a much, better overall morale. They're not promoting the high salary, the high pay, but companies like Western Express, they're promoting industry-leading pay. Bottom line, Western Express is not paying top dollars, so let's just be honest here. Dry van starts off at 40 cents per mile, flatbed starts at 48 cents per mile, and that sounds pretty reasonable, pretty on par with rookie driver pay, just keeping it real. And this isn't information that you can necessarily find on the website. Now, you guys are gonna come after me in the comment section. I know. I did get this information from Reddit, but the person who rated that post, it was so thorough and so detailed that it just looks credible to me. And if it's not, correct, and Western Express is actually paying more, leave it down in the comments below. I'll backtrack that comment. Now, as for getting to their orientation, they do make you take a Greyhound bus if you're far away, or you can drive to their orientation. They do not provide airfare. They do not pay for your plane tickets. I'm sorry. So just so you know, those are the only modes of transportation to getting to their orientation, which would be at one of their 7 terminals across the country, I'm assuming. And for living accommodations, they're sketchy motels, they're cheap motels. You will have a roommate, and I'm not sure if they allow co-ed roommates, as in male and female sharing a room. I will hope not. But since the company just appears to be so cheap, and the fact that they don't pay for airplane tickets, it wouldn't surprise me that, co-ed roommates are a thing in these cheap motels. But I digress. They do feed you breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and while the food is free, it may not be the best quality, just saying. Western Express also promotes top-notch equipment. However, their trucks do not come with APUs, and you cannot idle their trucks either. And at one point, their trucks didn't even have power watt inverters. So you were probably freezing to death. You're probably burning to death, because that is absolutely ridiculous. Those trucks were literally just, you know, the bare minimum. But hey, like I said, this isn't the best company in the world. It's not, you know, the most glamorous company. You know, if you're somebody that needs a second chance out there, then this may be the best fit for you until you get your experience up. However, I will say this, based on the amenities on their 2023 Freightliners and Internationals, those trucks have power watt inverters, so you can cook your food if you are interested in cooking on your truck and not eating that nasty truck stop food. But as a rookie, what are the odds that you'll get a good truck, a brand new truck, a decently performing truck that doesn't break down? I'm just saying. Once again, you just got to make the best of the situation. This isn't the end all be all. You'll eventually find a carrier that will take you with your experience. So not all hope is lost. And you just never know. You may have the best experience working at Western Express. For example, a fellow small content creator by the name of Picture Me Rollin' had this to say about his experience at Western Express.
My 2-month review of Western Express, I don't have any complaints. They're a good company for starters. Get your experience and get up out of there. I am no longer at Western Express. Terminated my employment a week ago with them, and I moved on. And that was the goal, right? The goal is to learn and elevate.
So he didn't mention it in his video, but in his comic section, he also mentions that he is a convicted felon, but he had a very, very positive experience at Western Express for the most part. And he was also transparent and upfront when he showed us his pay stubs. And Western Express, like the rest of them, they mentioned that they have industry leading pay. But as you can see, based off his 2 months of pay stubs, that is not the case at all. He obviously did not make a lot of money working there. He was only there for 2 months, and that must have been just enough experience for him to land another job and move on, because he's no longer employed with Western Express. And you know what? That's amazing for him. I hope he's found success at a new company, because he hasn't posted an update video since his latest video. So I hope he is doing well. And yeah, shout out to him. Shout out to Picture Me Rollin'. But on the other hand, this YouTuber, Fit Trucking Trey, does not recommend Western Express if you do not need a second chance.
If you don't need a second chance, I would not suggest you to apply this job. So when I had met my trainer, it was on a Friday. When we had got on the road, I had noticed that he was a drug addict. The hotel was awful. It was a really bad hotel. I was gonna suck that up, because like I said, I wanted to be a truck driver.
So he had a terrible experience working there. The company was dishonest. They lied about the pay. They put him in a ghetto motel. They provided him with a bad trainer. And he just highlighted the overall dysfunction within the company. So yeah, when it comes to second chance companies like Western Express, definitely keep your expectations low. And even if you're at a company that's not necessarily a second chance company, just a mega carrier in general, keep your expectations low, especially when they promote industry leading pay. Just go at your own risk. You know, this is trucking after all. So in my opinion, I do think Western Express is worth a second chance. If it is your only option, just give it 90 days. You know, they're a dry van and they're a flatbed company. Dry van isn't a very specialized skill in trucking. You could just do the bare minimum and move on to something better in the future. That is, if dry van is something that you want to do in this industry. You know, as a second chance company, it is worth it, but don't expect to make top dollar even though they're promoting it, because after all, they do cap you off at 54 cents a mile. And if you want to train, you can make more money, but that's pretty much the only way you can make money at Western Express long term is if you train, and also if you participate in their lease purchase program, which is also 100% walk away. But yeah, that's how you make money at that company. If that's what you're going after, do the lease purchase or train. And those are my thoughts and feelings about Western Express. As always, you guys are the best audience on the internet. If you enjoy videos like this, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. I'm Tasia Woods, and I'll see you next time.